Welcome aboard, viewers. This is Winch here, bringing you the PKP Pecheneg, and I hope you find these two clips stimulating. Oh yeah. Hope you, welcome to PC gameplay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure that's an everyday occurrence on PC, but wiping out the whole team there, running with the PKP Pecheneg. Support class weapon. I have done one video on this weapon before, and for some reason, I just don't run with it that often. I wanted to talk more about this gun and show you a range of clips where this gun really excels, and it's kind of in my arsenal it's a little bit overlooked. And if you watched my previous video about the golden gun, you saw that a lot of times I'm constantly and I appreciate your comments, but a lot of times I'm inner turmoil trying to determine what gun to run with, and loadouts, and tailoring my loadouts, changing them up. And a lot of times just picking up a different gun some days will do a miracle work for you in terms of your personal gameplay. So I'm showing you a range of clips here where this gun has really helped me change the tides of a lot of various battles. And these next clips coming up here are pretty impressive as well. Statistically, this is basically what we call a heavy LMG. It's right on par with the M60 and the M240 Bravo. I've done weapon reviews on all those guns. And statistically, compared to like the M240 Bravo, this gun's weaker than the M240 Bravo, and the M60 in some respects too. Again, stats aren't everything in this game, and what I mean when it's weaker, it has a lower bullet velocity than the M240 Bravo per se. It's actually, I think, right on par with the M60. It's about 560 meters a second. I believe that's correct. No, I'm sorry. It's yeah, 610 meters a second of the M240 Bravo. The PKP is 560 meters a second, and then the M60 is the slowest at 560 meters a second as well. So it's right on par with the M60. Again, bullet velocity doesn't really make or break anything, but recoil patterns do, and aiming down sight spreads do, and that's a lot of problems people have with the big LMGs. Is that you really have difficulty getting bullets on target. And as you can see there, when I fired that weapon, it's kind of a burst fire slash fully automatic kind of combination. You got to make sure your reticle's on target, but in terms of your loadout here, and here I go again. I mean, what is this coming up here? 3 more guys. Whoa, sorry about that aim. I thought that guy was coming up closer to me. Put him down. Get squad wipe ribbon, which this gun is great at doing, by the way. This thing just decimates squads. I got 2 guys running after me for the knife, of course, because you know how they troll me all day long. They fail the knife. I think one of them kind of lands one on me, and I'm like, oh my god. Jumping away, frantic for my life. Pull it back again, aim it down, and drop them both for the kill. That is a win. That is a win on my behalf. A lot of fun always chasing down the hordes of enemies, Zerg style on me. It is impressive some days. Now these next 2 clips will come from Wake Island. Now in terms of loadout, I run this gun with both a grip and a bipod, both. This gun's capable of doing both. It's not quite like the M240B statistically in terms of the horizontal recoil. Of course, that's your main consideration when you're determining a grip. The horizontal recoil on the PKP is 0.4 left and right. Now you compare that to M240 Bravo. The M240 Bravo is 0.5 left and right. Both have an aiming down sight spread of 0.5 standing. So the M240 Bravo is going to really benefit from that grip a little bit more than PKP, but you certainly could justify it on the PKP. The weapon that I'm really starting to steer away from, that you really don't need a grip on at all, is the M60. That's got a 0.2 left and right pull without a grip. So you're just basically giving yourself needless aiming down sight spread by putting a grip on that weapon. But the M240 Bravo and the PKP, you cut that in half with a grip, so that's really going to help your horizontal recoil. But anytime you slap on a grip, you are adding 1 to your aiming down sight spread. So it goes from 0.5 to 0.6. Now, realistically, I don't know how much that affects your gameplay, but all I know, more important than anything, is this game that I cannot stand. It's kind of like suppression a lot of times. When I am aiming down sights on an enemy, and I've got my reticle, I've actually got correct aim, and I'm aiming on there. That's where I want my bolt to go. If you have a high spread on your aiming down sight spread, that is going to inhibit your accuracy. In other words, what you see is not what you get. Even though you got your reticle right on the target and you are accurate, you're being misled. The aiming down sight spread penalty will deviate that bullet somewhere else. So again, this is kind of a byproduct. Most of you know, all advanced players know this, of the patching effects that we've seen in Battlefield 3, where the grip has been nerfed substantially in terms of degrading your effectiveness on range. Now in this footage, I believe I have a grip on this. I think the next footage I show is me with the bipod. But even with the grip, as you can see here, that is a sniper I'm taking on right there. Right there. How long of range was that? You saw the scope. So it was impressive. This gun's still capable of shooting long-range targets. So don't really put too much emphasis on, oh my god, if I put a grip on a gun, that's all she wrote. I'm not going to be able to hit anything. That's not necessarily true. But just take into consideration, it could be a factor. Honestly, on a day-to-day basis, the grip versus bipod debacle, it plays a role in basically every game I play with every gun. But there's times I find it real effective to have a bipod on this gun, and it almost benefits over having the increased effect of having a horizontal recoil with the bipod as opposed to having a grip. But this weapon, the fire rate is not that fast. It's 600 rounds a minute. That's just a little bit more than the M60, which is 580, but it's less than the M240 Bravo, which is what, 600 and I think it's 640 rounds a minute. M240 Bravo, 650 rounds a minute. So it's kind of right in between, in the middle, the Golilocks of the three guns, if you want to call it that. But it does 34 damage maximum, and minimum's gonna trail down to what the standard all the standard LMGs are, 22, which is pretty weak at range at 60 meters. So, but keep in mind though, at short range distances, boy, I mean 3-bullet kill, I mean that's quick, and it puts guys down quick. And you saw in those first 2 clips, how many times have you been in a situation, and particularly on those maps like Epicenter, where you just see hordes of enemies? I mean, just zombie hordes of enemies coming at you, and you've got your 30-round magazine and your assault rifle, your M16. You know, you spray that into 1 or 2 of them, knock them down, but guess who? I mean, they got two medics right behind them, reviving all those guys. So what you just did, I mean, again, like you're pissing in the wind. You've done absolutely nothing. They quickly revive. You got 5 guys coming after you. You're done. This weapon, a big heavy LMG, that shuts the whole team down. It's a team killer. It's a squad wipe ribbon gun. That is what these weapons are capable of. It's not just this one. This M60, this M240 Bravo. I'm not sure why. The strangest weapons in the support class, from my observation, Type 88, the LSAT, you know, those kind of, they basically have the same penalties, aiming down sights penalties as big LMGs, but they do obviously less damage. So it's really, they're really strange weapons. Not easy to, I would have to argue that those are some of the most difficult guns in the game to use. But the most accurate LMGs in the support class, of course, are the M27, the L86, the MG36. They have an aiming down sight spread of about 0.4. That's right on par with assault rifles. It's just a little bit more. Again, don't read too much in the stats. I don't get wrapped up in that stuff. It's about how the weapon feels, how it fires, how it works in your hands. And I encourage you guys, this is a weapon I don't see on the battlefield hardly at all. Really any of the big LMGs. I see them 240 Bravo a little bit more, but for the most part, it's hit and miss. Check this out. See this? Let's slow this clip down. Look at this guy bonsai out of here. I thought this was a nice Battlefield 3 moment as I put down these 2 guys coming after me. Again, guys, heavy support class LMG weapons, they are the tide changers. Here I am whipping out the bipod here. This gun's great on a bipod. If I can talk, it's great on a bipod. check out this last clip. This guy knifes me, but somebody on my team shoots him while he's knifing me, so he does not get the knife. But it shows me killed as bad luck. I thought this was interesting. I'll slow it down. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe to the video. Remember the Pecheneg. It is the Golilocks of the heavy LMG support class weapons. And I'm sorry, buddy. No tags for you. We'll catch you guys later.